Hello, my name's Randy Radinger. I'm an equine dentist from Weatherford, Texas. Today, I'd like to talk to you about what's the difference between a balanced mouth and an unbalanced mouth. We talk about floating the horse's teeth, that kind of thing. What is actually in the performance horse going to benefit my horse? Or what is the difference between balanced and unbalanced? When you hear that phrase, when you look at a horse's mouth and you see unevenness in the horse's mouth, this is a wave, this is a ramp, you can see how this has wore down this bottom tooth. These teeth have erupted up into here and put too much pressure on these teeth, restricts the movement left and right, forward and back. When a horse lowers and raises his head, bottom jaw has to move forward and back. When you turn a horse or eats, it has to move left or right, okay? When it's unbalanced, it restricts that movement, causes a lot of pain. Let's go over here to horses' teeth develop and grow till a certain age. About 5-6 years of age, they reach their full length. This skull is about from an 11-year-old horse. So this is called reserve crown. These teeth are real long underneath the gum line. So over the years, as a horse chews and eats, the teeth wear away and they erupt into place. The top ones come down, the bottom ones go up, okay? If a horse's mouth gets out of balance, like this is, then once a opposing tooth becomes dominant, it can actually, over a period of time, destroy the opposing tooth. So it's real important every 6 months to go in, clean up your horse's mouth, check them, keep that mouth balanced. This is a horse, a skull that his mouth is balanced pretty well here, okay? We've balanced, but you can see where this tooth was long at one point in time. When I push it over here, these all touch and meet all the way through here. If we look at this other side, you can see where this tooth is too long and it's making a notch right here. This tooth is too long and it's destroying this tooth up here. So anytime this horse bits up or bridles up, raises or lowers his head, this bottom jaw moves back and forth. It causes one tooth has to pass over another. It's not that the teeth hurt, it affects the TMJ joint. And that's where the majority of the balance issues come from. When the mouth's out of balance here, this joint is out of balance. Very painful. A lot of people inject the joints. So how does one balance it? You have to know which teeth to reduce, which teeth to leave alone, and you need to shorten the teeth that are too long, which allows the lower tooth to erupt up into place. If you don't do that and you leave this tooth too long, it becomes a problem, one side different than the other. The other thing is, if you notice, maybe we can use this. Horses' teeth lay at an angle. So there's an angle to these teeth, uppers and lowers. Well, those teeth need to match and fit. So if they don't, one side's flat and the other side's steep, it pushes the jaw off to one side, again affects the TMJ joint, which affects, it's all connected into his atlas, axis, all the way down through his body. All of this imbalance causes an imbalance in their body. It makes them hold their head crooked when you lope a circle to the right, tipped off. When you go to stop and slow down and they raise their head up, they hollow their back. If the jaw can't come forward because the teeth are restricting it, like this is, they're going to want to keep that head in an elevated position, which increases pressure on your horse's hocks, gets his back hollowed out, sore, causes an imbalance in his body, okay? So, consequently, we want to get everything balanced so all the molars fit, no restriction in the movement, left or right, forward or back. Round these corners off, put these bit seats in, so there's no sharp edges for the bit to drag anything into. And you have to change the angle of the incisor sometimes to allow this to drop into place. Horses never get to graze enough. So the incisors get longer and longer, the angle gets steeper and steeper, and then over a period of time, the back teeth or the molar teeth, they don't touch anymore, especially when their head goes down and their bottom jaw comes forward, it makes the molar tables come apart. So if we don't go in and clean this up, change the angle of the incisors, then nothing can work properly. When a horse eats hay or grain, the incisors don't really ever get anywhere. Only time they get wear is if they graze 16, 18 hours a day from the time they're born till they die. That allows the incisors to stay short, and the angle shallow keeps the molar tables back in contact. So as the horse lowers and raises his head, it helps maintain its own mouth. If that's not done properly, it can't stay in balance.